Did I get glitter in my eye because I'm wearing a ton of pink makeup because I'm committed to bringing you the most fabulous Valentine's Day inspired baby name video ever? Yes, I did. The thing about baby names that mean love is that they work year-round. They work for anyone and everyone. What is the cornerstone of all of your relationships? What is the thing that makes the world go round? It's love. And if you give your child a name that means love, I like to think it goes with them for the rest of their life and they feel that love. Now, name meanings are not the be-all end-all. You don't have to pick your child's name based on a name meaning. But if you want to see gorgeous names that mean love, stick around. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Steph. I'm a baby name consultant. Isn't that the craziest job ever? I love it so much. I'm also a content creator. I've written 2 books and I'm a mom of 3 and I love all things whimsical and uncommon when it comes to names. I'm really excited to share with you guys. I have 5 girl, 5 boy, and of course a couple bonuses at the end. Now, normally I would share my names in alphabetical order, but I think this time I'm going to do the more common names to the more uncommon names because I think that's way more fun. Did you guys know that St. Valentine's Day started as an ancient Roman festival called Lupercalia? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Google calls Lupercalia a violent and sexually charged festival. It actually took place on February 15th, and the goal was to purify the city and promote health and fertility for the coming year. After that, the holiday was appropriated or adapted by the Christians and was celebrated on February 14th as a day to remember the death of a martyr known as Valentine. And it wasn't until the 1840s that it became a popular holiday celebrated in the US and the UK. For the girls, we're going to start with the name Amanda. I think this is such a lovely name, and as someone born in 1983, I knew a ton of them growing up. I love the nickname of Mandy, and this name is still ranking in the top 1,000 today. It's at 484, so right in a good sweet spot. Amanda is Latin for lovable or worthy of love, and is there a better name meaning for your child? I think not. My first boy name is going to be a 2-for-1 because we have either David or Davis. If you want something more popular, go with David. It's ranking at 27. It's a classic. And if you want something more uncommon, a little bit surname inspired, what about Davis? Davis is ranking at 616 in the top 1,000, so definitely used a lot less than David. But both names are Hebrew for beloved. I also found info that the name originally meant to boil in Hebrew, but regardless, most people use the beloved meaning, and this is a very popular name in both Christian and Jewish households. Moving on to my second girl name, we have the beautiful French name of Esme. I love vowel names, I love 4-letter names, and I love the elegant, beautiful sound of the name Esme. Esme is currently ranking at 325, but I see it on a lot of my clients' lists. People love this name. Even though it might seem a little bit difficult to say or spell, most people really do understand it's Esme. Esme is Old French for esteemed or loved. My next boy name is Valentino. Love this name. It actually doesn't have a name that means love, but because it's so associated with Valentine's Day, I had to put it on this list. Valentino is Latin for strong, vigorous, or healthy, and it is ranking at 515. Valentino has a great international sound and a ton of nickname potential. This is just a few. You could go with Tony, or Tino, or Lino, or Lenny, or Val, or Valen. This next name, I have had multiple clients choose, albeit they were different spellings, but there are so many spellings of this name, and it is absolutely stunning. The name is Carys, and it's Welsh for love. This name has not ranked since 2013, and that was only one of the spellings, the Karis, but there are so many. It is a hard C sound, so a lot of people like to change it to a K, but this name is so interesting to me. I actually think you could also pronounce it Karis, but technically it's supposed to be Karis. But it's so beautiful. I have had so many clients be like, that is an amazing name. And when I discovered it a few years ago, I basically became obsessed, and I've loved it ever since. Next up for boys, we have a really short name, a 3-letter name, Lev. This name has 2 different meanings. It's Russian for lion, and it's also Hebrew for heart. And oh my gosh, you're naming your little boy, his name means heart. Like, my heart is melting with that. I think it's such a great way to go. I love it, especially if I know multiple people who go with 3-letter names for their kids. So if you need something different, something adorable with a great sound, Lev is for you. Also, Lev is not ranking at all, so let's put it on the charts. The next name I have for you guys is Loveday. Remember, we're getting more and more uncommon as we go. This is a beautiful name that you're going to find on many vintage and old-fashioned lists. This was quite common hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It's an Old English name meaning beloved day, literally what it sounds like it means. I think the nickname of Lovey or Love is so adorable. And I know it might give you pause to have a name like Loveday, which feels like a sandwich of 2 different names put together, but people are naming their kids Sunday, right? It feels very similar to the name Sunday. I think you can definitely get away with Loveday. And a quick aside, I actually met somebody in a Starbucks in Minnesota when I was out with my daughter. He said his daughter's name was Lovely, and it was so, I was like, what? That's her name? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, I'm a baby name consultant, and I love hearing that. So, you know, as a kind of little bonus under Loveday, have you considered Lovely as a name? It sounds like a name, it's beautiful, and it literally means love. My next boy name is from Greek mythology, and it's Eros. Eros is the name of a very passionate god, and it is Greek for love. I would consider this name a gender-neutral name. I know it's not ranking, but I think it's very beautiful and interesting, and especially if you're someone who wants a mythology-inspired name that has a beautiful meaning, Eros is perfect. This last girl name is a 2-for-1 as well, and I found a lot of conflicting pronunciations online, so I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to do it confidently so that the name still sounds beautiful. We have Idony, which I think is absolutely beautiful, and then Idona, also stunning, okay? But you could do Idona or Idony. I think both are correct, but I'm not 100% sure. These are Old Norse inspired names. In Old Norse mythology, Idony means to love again or renewal. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. To love again, especially if it's like a subsequent child. A lot of people worry about that. Oh, am I gonna love my 2nd and 3rd and 4th kids as much as my 1st? I promise you do. I absolutely promise there's no way you won't. Like, your heart just grows and there's room to love more children. Just like you love multiple siblings and parents and friends. You will love all of your children the same, but what a beautiful sentiment to love again, to love the same amount, to love another child. So what do you guys think of Idony or Idona? Whichever. And then my final boy name is kind of connected to the name Eros. I think of it as a jumping off point, but it's the name Eros. So this is just an English word name, but it gives you that imagery of Cupid and the bow and arrow, and, you know, the imagery of like a heart with an arrow in the middle of it. It's basically an imagery of Valentine's Day and something that might make you associate with love. It might also make you think of hunting. Sure, fair. But I'm putting it on this list because I wanted a really uncommon boy name for our final one. This name isn't ranking at all, but I think Eros is so cute for a boy. I'm curious what you guys think. And then my final 2 bonus names, as usual. I love to do bonus names. I had to throw in Romeo and Juliet. Really, I could have picked any of the lovers from any of the Shakespeare plays, but I think we can't make a list about names that inspire or mean love without adding Romeo and Juliet. Now, I would not name siblings these, but if you have a Romeo or you have a Juliet and they're in separate families, I think those are such beautiful names. Well, that's it for today, friends. I am full of love for all of these names, as I hope you are. Remember, they can be used any time of the year. I just wanted to share them in February. I hope you're having an amazing day. Please follow along for more baby name videos, and I will see you in the next one. Happy naming!